It's summertime. Let's check out the June garden tour. Garden vista. Put in a tomato plant here. This one is an unknown one. This squash plant appears to be doing okay, but just mostly foliage. Tomato plants back there. Some flower. Another tomato here. Asparagus is doing okay. And here's a new addition. I have a red raspberry plant. Here is garden bed 1. Very excited about how many pinto beans that have been coming off there. Dragon egg is doing wonderful. I have put in a pepper plant. This is Anaheim. Rosemary's doing great. And I've got another pepper plant here. And I moved in a dragon egg cucumber here. And I think it's about time I take the seeds from the cilantro. And I've been very, very happy with how many garbanzo beans I've been able to get from these. Tomato plants are doing wonderfully. Some cherry tomatoes. And there is garden bed 1. Here's the state of garden bed 2. The celery has moved out, making space for a beautiful pepper plant, which is getting warped by the sun. And I've got a pumpkin here. I put in another tomato plant here. Some of the tomato plants have gotten really tall. I've been managing them, making sure there's enough aeration on the bottom. Plus it helps with these plants not to have some huge bush in the way. So I'm doing okay. There's quite a few tomatoes back there. I put in a pepper plant here. Here is the aeration bag jungle. Tomato Tom is looking cuter and cuter every week. We've got a ground cherry here. And we have another ground cherry. This did not have a label, but I am assuming it must be the Tom Thumb. And this, which I forgot to show last month, is corn. It was hiding behind all of them. And then I have next to this Tom Thumb, I've got some little bit of chamomile. It's very pretty. Here's the Desi squash, which I have some squash back here that I need to pick. These nasturtiums love hanging out underneath all the squash leaves. Here's a little bit more corn sticking out with the squash. And this is another Desi squash. I've gotten at least 2 squashes from this particular plant so far. Some kale. I'm not sure what this is. I thought it was chard. I still don't know what it is. This okra is still struggling along. I've got some more kale, some more chamomile, nasturtiums, and this is an unknown tomato plant that I've just put back here to see how they grow. More kale, pepper plant. I think that's it for the aeration bag jungle. Here is the state of the wildlife area. The tall grass back there is getting tired, but it still looks pretty. Last month I mentioned I wanted to get a beneficial bug hotel, and we have our ladybug hotel. And what ladybugs do is they go inside when it's cold or hot, and they're able to make themselves a little home. You can put some stuff in it by unscrewing the bottom to help them out. If I don't see any ladybugs here in the next couple more weeks, then I'll go ahead and get some and see how they do. But I need to plant some different plants that they like to feed off of. I need to put that in the garden first. Here's the garden path area. I felt really bad about these guys. They were sitting in the greenhouse hoping for a home, so I just put them in a bigger pot and we'll see how they go. So they've kind of adapted to this area for now. When I moved out the dragon egg cucumber, I put in another tomato plant here, which was a part of this support group. The Amish paste, the leaves are quite light compared to the others, so I'm not quite sure what is happening. I'll have to look into that. It could be that the plant has lighter leaves. This one seems to be doing great, and this other dragon egg is going crazy. Looks like I have my first dragon egg. It's incredible looking. So as we move along, here's some sunflowers still growing. Here is a pepper plant with some tarragon. Here is the pea patch, converted to a tomato and pepper patch. So they seem to be liking this. There is the state of the pepper and tomato patch. As for future plans, there really isn't much at the moment. It's going to be about harvest and maintenance at this point, and planting some heat-tolerant plants. I do expect not a lot of plants like a lot of heat in the hundreds, so I'm really grateful that I have some shady spots during the day when the shade from the trees come by. So aside from that, this is my favorite year gardening, so that's a good thing. And the larger I grow it, the more work and the more rewarding it is. So, but yes, I am very happy with June 2020. The greenhouse is honestly fairly barren. We've got a couple of these guys no longer under any lights because right now it's 102 in the greenhouse. Once I put on this fan again, it'll get to 95 in here. But these guys are thriving. Very happy with how they're doing. But I'm not using any lights at the moment because it just cooks in here. At the moment, I'll be doing some heat tolerant. I'm not sure about these, but I'll be planting them anyway, just a couple. Some phlox. I think that's how you say it, phlox. Some valerian, some catmint, more sunflowers, and These guys didn't take the last time I got them, so I'll be planting them as well. Well, there is the state of the greenhouse. Dog reminders that we need to play soon. The main change, aside from changing out the mulch, the plant down here was dying back, so I put in an aeration bag here, and petunias and a marigold here. And today I saw a praying mantis. He might still be here, hanging out. Hey, buddy. Oh, you are so tiny. You are a baby, aren't you? For the most part, the strawberries I added in here are doing great. I also put in some lemon balm over here. And I took out the mint here and put in some petunias. And there is some pretty red lettuce doing good here. And the lettuce is still going to seed. Petunias. One new addition as well. I have a beautiful rose plant. It's here for now. Probably need a lot more sun than what this area provides. But we will see. Well, there's the state of the garden, June 2020.